Voice and the sound are rating clear. Is my voice clear, class? Sorry, class. Tak terbiasa.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So today I'm going to share with you the topic on how we can define our target market population. So before we discuss in detail, I would like to introduce myself a bit, apart from what being introduced by Dr. Faz just now. Let me share with you the slide. Dr. Faz, can you please able me to share my screen? To allow me to share my screen? I couldn't share my screen. Can admin allow me to share the screen?
Kejap Sara ya.
Alright, sure, no problem. Take your time.
Dah boleh Puan.
Alright, sure. Can you see my screen?
Boleh.
Alright, okay. This is topic that we're going to discuss today. Knowing your target market population. But if we simplify this topic, basically, it is the process how we can actually define our target market, right? So a little bit introduction about me. Okay, as introduced by Dr. Faz just now. My name is Sara Nadia Muhammad Yunus, and most of the students call me Madam Sara. I'm a lecturer from Department of Entrepreneurship and Marketing Studies, Faculty of Business and Management, not in Shah Alam, but in Puncak Alam. Right. So for today, the main or the gist of our discussion will be all about target market. So before we discuss further about the process in defining our target market, you need to understand first what target market is. Kena faham dulu before we can proceed. So as you can see, target market is the end consumer. It's the end consumer that company target to sell their end product. So when we talk about target market, in the perspective of marketing, definitely it involves the work of target marketing. So target marketing involves the process of how we breaking down the entire market population into various segments, and those segments that we decide and we choose to serve, we need to plan a proper marketing strategies with the aim and with the goal to increase companies' market share. All right. One question here is, why do we need to define our target market? Ada tak yang boleh teka kat sini? Why do we need to define our target market? Why, class? Anyone would like to try? Why do you think that we need to define our target market? Out of so many population that we have, out of huge population that we have, why do we need to define a specific group for us to serve? Okay, tak apalah, saya bantu. Alright. So the reason why we need to define our target market is because we cannot be everything to everyone. Okay, in order for you to market your product, do not generalize your customer, because in the end of the day, if you try to appeal to everyone, you'll end up appealing to no one. Definitely there will be a waste in terms of investment of the company. So therefore we need to really define our specific customer that we intend to serve in the future. All right. So here I'm sharing you one example from Starbucks. Ini Starbucks punya target market. Okay, as you can see, Starbucks outline a specific group of people that they intend to serve for their product. Okay, so as you can see, we have a group of people of age between 25 to 40 years old. And then these people is a tech-savvy adults, and they are working as professional. Okay, so one question here is, what are the process involved all this while? What did by Starbucks in ensuring that they are able to come up with this refined group of target market? So this is what I wanted to share today, where there are 4 steps involved in defining our target market. So the first one, we're going to start with how we define our value proposition. Number 2, how we identify segments and its characteristics. Number 3, how we choose your target market. And number 4 is the process, how we can transform our target market through brand persona. All right. So let's begin with the first step. Okay. Right. The first step involves the process of defining your value proposition. Okay. What is value proposition? Brand values proposition is this set of benefits or values that we promise to deliver to customers, which in the end of the day will satisfy their needs. So basically, what are the problems that we try to solve that customer currently experiencing? What are the needs and wants that customer has that you are trying to fulfill? All right. Let's use this simple example of innovative product. So I'm going to use this self-filtered water bottle as a practical way in ensuring that you will understand the foundation of our topic today. So this innovative self-filtered water bottle, my disclaimer, this picture here is just the concept, idea sahaja for us to use. So sebab tu saya guna in the form of animation picture, right? So self-filtered water bottle. All right, what are the underlying problems that consumer might face that possibly solved by our product? Okay, I've managed to assume 4 problems that currently experiencing by our potential customer. Right, might be number 1, might be your water bottle, our self-filtered water bottle tadi yang saya tunjuk tu, is possible to solve problems of people who outside there love to travel, who love outdoor activities and looking for portable water filter. So obviously, this group of people, they are looking what we call as convenient. That's number 1, right? And next, your product, this self-filtered water bottle, possibly helps a group of people a better access for clean water. For clean water. Maybe it is very useful during conflict, during natural disaster, perhaps. Okay, so obviously we are talking about health issues here. They need clean water, a healthy water. All right. So that's the second problem that we can dig out from the what customers want. And number 3, we see that this product is very useful to people who really concerned about the environment, who loves nature, right? And the last one, we see that the last thing is, might be this product is meant for those who are looking for high-end or a quality product. So these are the problems that possibly solve through our self-filtered water bottle. Boleh faham ke ni saya punya contoh tu? Boleh So first thing first, bear in your mind what you need to do is to define what is your value proposition first. If we ourselves, marketers or company, we don't understand our value proposition and how can we explain, how can we communicate to our target market? Kita kena faham dulu. Okay? Kalau tak, orang pun tak faham what are the value that we try to deliver to them. Alright? Kalau ada soalan boleh interrupt saya during my sharing ni. Okay. So next step in defining your target market, after we define our value proposition, it's time for us to identify our segments and its characteristics. Okay, our segments in its characteristic. What is segmentation or what is segment? Okay, segmentation, the process of segmentation is basically the process where we divide population. Okay, yang buat orang stuck ni, okay, basically when it comes to marketing their product is they don't know where to start because the population is so huge. Okay, so what you need to do first thing is to divide your huge population into characterized groups. So as you can see picture that I share in my slide ni, nampak tak this population ni ramai kan? Okay. So segmentation is a process where we divide and we separate this population into different subgroups, okay, into different subgroups. And these subgroups basically has been set with different characteristics. Okay, this group's characteristics is totally different with this group and this group. Okay, so internally, these people, when we separate them into this first group, for example, they are sharing similar characteristics. But when we compare from one group to another group, the set of characteristics are totally different. Okay, so this is what we meant by segmenting our population. Because the population is so huge, kita tak tahu nak buat macam mana kan. So first thing first, kita segmentize masuk dalam all these subgroups. Okay. Alright. The question here is how we decide what are the characteristics that we need to set for each different subgroups. Apa karakteristik dia? So commonly marketers will use 4 main variables in deciding characteristic of each group that we are going to develop here. Okay. And those characteristics depends on segmentation variables, which name as demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral segmentation. Kita discuss one by one. Yeah. So demographic segmentation, we rely on characteristic like age. Age ni dia boleh jadi between age is a group of age. Mungkin kita boleh guna 12 to 15, 30 to 40, or we can use a direct term like children, young adult, we can use teenagers. All those can be a item that reflect age of our target population. And we can also use gender, male or female. Race and also ethnicity can also be used for Malay, for Chinese, for Indian, or specific ethnicity as what we have in Sabah and Sarawak. Okay. And then in demographic as well, we can use income level as what being outlined by government. Kita boleh guna the concept of B40, M40, and T20. That's one of the best way for us to utilize income variable in demography. And then we can also use education background, religion, family life cycle, single, young couple, young family, senior citizen, tu semua adalah family life cycle. And also our occupation. And definitely when we talk about occupation, different occupation, people with different occupation, their preferences are totally different. Orang yang kerja jadi engineers dengan kerja jadi cikgu, the things that they buy is totally different. Betul tak? Okay. Those who are working engineers lah dekat site, for example, they buy boot, tapi cikgu beli boot tak? They don't buy boot. So Obviously, using these variables of demographic helps. All right. Second variables that we can use is through geographic. Geographic segmentation, basically, if demographic a strategy where we utilize human personal characteristic, geographic ni pula, we utilize location strategy. Okay, location strategy. So among location strategy that commonly used by companies or marketers, kita boleh pakai country. We can also divide our market based on state. Okay. Kalau dekat negara luar macam in China we use province, in Japan we use prefecture, tu semua boleh guna in geographic location ataupun geographic segmentation. District or even small neighborhood, kita nak buat small, taman desa alam for example. Itu pun boleh jadi way of characterizing our segment. Okay, and the best thing is climate and weather can also be part of geographical segmentation strategy, because not everything can be sell at the same climate ataupun weather. Kalau kita nak jual winter coat, ada ke kita nak jual dekat dekat tempat yang panas? And definitely the best place for us to sell winter coat or electronic heater is a place where experience here. We have psychographic. Psychographic consists of three main elements where we talk about lifestyle, interest, and personality. Lifestyle ni apa? Lifestyle basically we talk about what is their way of life. Okay, some people they are family oriented, itu lifestyle. Some people they are very social oriented. Hobi dia keluar jumpa orang, talking to people. Ada juga orang yang they are not family oriented but they love to live alone. Ada juga this lifestyle sebenarnya agak significant in Japan, but in the case of Malaysia kita tak nampak lagi lah this kind of lifestyle tadi tu yang significant in the case of Malaysia punya market. Okay, so that's lifestyle. Interest, it depends on some people, their interest is towards traveling. Some people their interest is towards sports. Some people their interest is towards entertainment. Ni yang kita boleh tengok. And the last one is about our individual personality, human population punya individual personality. Some people they are very humble. Some people their personality is sophisticated. They love luxury items. Ada juga orang yang rugged. Rugged ni maksudnya they prefer something yang outdoor. Itu part of personality. Alright. Okay. We've done with demographic, geographic, and psychographic. The last segmentation variable that we can use is behavioral segmentation. Okay, so under behavioral segmentation, one thing is we can look at the reason why people buy certain product, the benefits that they're actually looking for bila dia nak beli barang. Some people, dia beli basikal because of to exercise. Some people, they buy bicycle for them to travel from one place to another. Some people, they buy bicycle ada juga because of following other people. Orang lain buat, dia pun nak. Orang naik basikal, dia pun nak naik basikal. But tak ada dia punya main motif pun sebenarnya kan. So it depends. What is the benefit sought? What is the reason they buy things? And number two, it depends on the usage frequency. If they buy that product, how frequent that they're going to use that product? Dia akan guna seminggu sekali, dia akan guna every day, or dia akan guna sebulan sekali, or sometimes it can be in terms of occasion. Some people they beli barang because of occasion. Baju raya is meant for raya. We buy ketupat masa hari raya. So that's occasion, because we are not going to buy ketupat every day. Kan? So sebab tu we can see Adabi punya advertisement sangat banyak dekat-dekat hari raya, or even Yusof Tayyub. Okay, it is occasion kind of product, I may say, even though every day kita boleh cari kurma kan, but significantly people consume that product based on occasion. Bulan puasa je kita nampak, right? And the last variable that we can use under behavioral segmentation is user status. Okay, user status here, it refers bukan user status as what in demographic. User status here refers to the product user status. Okay, whether they are new user, they are existing user, or they are ex-user. Dulu pakai, sekarang dah tak pakai. So which one is our target? Okay, so these are the ways ataupun these are the characteristic that we can use in defining our segments characteristic. Okay, ada soalan ke before we proceed to the next slide? Is everything okay? Semua clear tak my explanation ni? Hopefully clear lah ya. Saya buat simple assumption je lah, semua faham lah konon-konon ya. Okay, alright. Using the same example that we use in our value proposition, we define our product just now is self-filtered water bottle. Okay, identify in the first stage. Okay, and using the segmentation variables that we discussed just now, okay, I managed to come out. Ni semua mock lah, saya yang buat sendiri, perasan sendiri lah, just nak tunjuk contoh so that you know how it works when it comes to the process. Okay, so there are 10 groups. There are 10 groups of segments that I use to divide the population. Okay, and if you look at the each segment that we have here, okay, here and all these subgroups, we are actually utilizing things that we learn in our segmentation variables. Okay, how we divide the subgroups, we utilize the segmentation variables into as a characteristic for each subgroups here. Okay, contohnya we have male, age 12 to 17, school student, active, daily use, and suburban. It consists of all, I may say it consists of all, demographic, geographic, psychographic, and also the behavioral tadi. Okay, alright. One question is, kita dah sampai dah the process of segmentation. We've done with segmentation, but the process will not stop here. Okay, so with these all 10 groups, do you think we are going to proceed with all these 10 groups in order for us to serve our future target market, in order for us to market our product in the future? Nak proceed tak with these 10 groups? Why can't we proceed with these 10 groups agaknya? Okay, so the answer will be in our next stage, right? So the third stage is known as targeting. Okay, it's a stage we've done with segmentation. Sekarang ni nak masuk dalam target market stage. So at the third stage, it's time for us to choose which target market best for us to serve in the future, right? So first thing first, you have to understand the process. If segmentation referring to the process of dividing big population into groups, targeting is a process where we select. It's time for us to select. Okay? Selecting group of customers that shared similar characteristics for company to serve in the future. Okay, so we've done with segmentation process tadi tu, kita akan carry the same example so that awak nampak dia punya proses. Alright, out of 10 groups, why do you think that we cannot proceed with all these 10 groups agak-agaknya? Sebab apa? Remember, in a company, tak kisahlah how big or how small is the company, all companies are basically facing similar limitation. Limitation in terms of what? Number one, limitation in terms of capital. We are not going to invest our capital to all these 10 markets. Okay? We are facing limitation not just in capital, we are facing limitation in terms of manpower that we're going to use. Okay? The time, the energy, and other resources. That's the reason why we have to be selective. The word of selective itself consistent with the process of targeting. Kena pilih. Kalau kita tak pilih, dia akan jadi waste lah in terms of companies, specifically marketing expenditure. Alright. So out of 10 groups that we identified earlier, ada 10 groups tadi kan? Okay. Ni pelakon konon saya marketing manager for that self-filtered water bottle lah. So I choose 3. I choose 3 most promising groups that I see potentially to generate a very good profit to the company in the future. Again, what is the reason kenapa saya tak pilih all 10? Because we are facing with limitation. So we have to be wise in spending companies punya capital. Okay, so kita pilih 3 je, the best 3 groups that we're going to serve in the future. And these 3 groups are the one that we will design our whole marketing programs specifically for group number 1, group number 2, group number 3. Okay. You might ask me, boleh tak kalau kita nak go for just one group saja? It depends. It depends on your company's capability again. Ada company, especially small company, they begin with just one target market. Tak ada masalah. Okay. So whatever it is, it depends on your company's capability again. Right. If you combine both processes, segmentation process and targeting process, okay, you can easily understand this figure. Yeah, saya buat ni sebagai target segment funnel for you to understand. Okay, so you can see here we have population here. Okay, we have population here. Then we divide them into separate sub-segments. So the process is known as segmentation tadi, betul tak? Okay. From that segmentation, again, we are not going to serve everyone. Yeah, it is very dangerous. We have to be selective. So we have to select the best promising groups for us ataupun group of customer for us to serve in the future. So the process of from this stage to this stage, we select only 3 groups is known as targeting process. So boleh nampak tak in your mind sekarang ni how it works from segmentation to targeting. Remember the keyword for segmentation is we divide the whole population tadi. Kalau kita ada produk, you don't know how to begin, remember divide them first, okay, and then baru we choose the best for us to serve. Okay, okay, before we go to the next step, ni baru step nombor berapa tadi, is a third step. Okay, is a third step. So here I would like to share the characteristics of good target segment. Okay, characteristic of good target segment is where we can do self-evaluation within company. Internally kita dah boleh assess whether the target segment is promising to the company ataupun it is valuable to the company to proceed ataupun will be waste. Okay, so kat sini kita boleh nampak dah. So first thing first, you have to make sure that within the subgroup that we choose tadi tu 3 tu, within the people inside the group tu are sharing similar characteristic internally. Okay, orang dekat dalam tu dia kena share similar characteristic. But between groups we can differentiate, meaning to say one group to another group, their characteristics are totally different externally. Okay, the first point, internally the population ataupun the segments people in that segment share similar characteristic, but externally between groups there must be element of differentiable whereby we can differentiate one group to another. All right, the third point here is you have to make sure the characteristics that you use from our variables just now is something that is measurable ataupun quantifiable. Kita boleh kira. Contohnya in terms of their age, in terms of their gender, in terms of numbers of their family household, in terms of their occupation, in terms of their income, it is quantifiable. Kita boleh measure setiap group yang kita ada. If you can measure, it become so subjective and the characteristics too broad, so dia akan menyebabkan our marketing program tu cannot hit our main objective tadi to that target market. Okay, so susah. Right. And the fourth characteristic of good target segment, it is not necessarily to look for big market, but it is advisable for you to look substantial size for your company. Substantial size maksudnya apa? It is good enough and it is consistent and compatible with your company's capability to serve. We are small company, tapi kita nak serve the whole American market, boleh tak? So it is difficult, it is not compatible. That's the reason why I said, okay, it is not necessarily for you to look for big market, but it is good ataupun to look for something that is substantial enough in terms of size to generate profit to the company. Okay. We cannot be so ambitious because kita akan overlook the groups yang kita sepatutnya ataupun the customer that we should serve, kadang-kadang kita overlook because of we are so ambitious targeting to very big market. Okay, so be careful. And the last one, we have to make sure that the group that we aim, the group that we can reach in terms of our marketing programs. We design our marketing program cantik dah ni. Okay. Unfortunately, that marketing program is not reachable to the group that we decide. We design something that is high tech. Contohnya lah, saya design on something on high tech, online product for example. But my group of target market duduk dekat mana? Mungkin dekat rural area, which there is no internet access over there. Lepas tu kita buat promotion apa semua using online promotion. Do you think it is suitable? And can we really reach that target market? No. So kena be careful. We have to make sure that the target market that we select is reachable. Reachable in terms of our marketing programs. Okay, after we've done with segmentation and targeting, this one I may consider as a critical part for you to consider. Okay, at this stage, how do you validate your target segment other than looking at the characteristic that we discussed just now? How do you validate your target segment? Okay, one of the best way is to conduct and to rely on marketing research. To rely on marketing research. What are the benefits of conducting marketing research? Generally, kita boleh nampak. Okay, we conduct marketing research or market research for the sake of we can assess our size of our potential market share in the future. Kita dah boleh agak dah when we conduct our market research. Number two, okay, we conduct market research which enable us to validate consumers punya information and data. Which it is done through survey and also it can be done through interviews. And the last one of the best thing why we should conduct market research, because it helps company in validating new product. Macam saya nak buat tadi self-filtered water bottle, so I can actually use market research to validate whether this product is the one that need by people or the one that preferred by people ataupun tidak. Kalau tak, kita akan jadi shock sendiri. Okay. Right, talking about the marketing research here, when is the best time for us to conduct our market research when it comes to defining our target population? Bila kita nak conduct? So the first the best time, best time for you to conduct your market research is during segmentation assumptions building. Segmentation assumption dekat mana? The characteristic that we set for each our subgroups tadi tu, the first group is age blah blah blah, occupation as what. Those assumptions basically can be built through market research. Awal lagi kita dah boleh guna market research. Okay, the first group we set that this group the people working as engineer, for example. And the second group is meant for teacher, contohnya. This assumption, we can validate the assumption first. Alright. The second best, and this is the most important for us to use market research in validating our target segment, is after we finish with our targeting. We've done with our 3 groups tadi kan? We have 3 groups tadi yang kita dah pilih. So to validate this, it's best for you to conduct market research, right? It's best for you to conduct market research. All right, we've done on validating your market segment, validating your target segment. Okay, are we going to stop there at stage number 3? No. Okay, the latest one, if you look at the most creative companies practice, we started to go for brand persona. So stage number 4 is time for us to build up our brand persona. So first thing first, kena tahulah what brand persona is. Okay, So brand persona is a single fictional character that created to represent a group of your target market. Okay? It is where we transform group of our target market into a human character. Okay? Into a human character. Itu maksud brand persona. Again, using the same example of our product, self-filtered water bottle. Okay, we identified 3 groups that we select. We identified 3 groups, and these 3 groups we transform into a persona. Persona ni muka dia apa rupa persona ni sebenarnya. Okay, so this brand personas. Okay. Look at my target. We have 1 male and female, and then we have female, and the last one we have a married man. Okay, so saya transform these 3 subgroups into a human character, and I name it. Okay, so this is what we call as brand personas. The first group is male and female group tadi, represented by Adam and Sally. Adam and Sally, this group ataupun gang of Adam and Sally ni, their age is between 25 to 35. They are adventurous, they love outdoor activities, they appreciate nature, they work as junior executive, and they live in the city. So this is the first group of my brand persona. It is consistent with my targeting here, the first group here. Yeah. The next group we have Diana, right? So this is Diana, right? So Diana is a group of female. It's a group of female, age 18 to 25, a college student who is busy with dia punya scheduled activities and lifestyle, and it is expected that when Diana buy our self-filtered water bottle, they will use every day. She will use it every day. Okay, and Diana lives in suburban. So this is our second target group or target persona. The third group is Rogers. Okay, who is Rogers? Rogers ni siapa? Rogers is our third one, as what we outlined here. Okay. Rogers a married man with a small family. So saya letaklah gambar 2 orang je anak kat situ. Dia tak boleh 8 lah, because it is not suitable with our product that we offer, kan. So Rogers is a married man with a small family, age 35 to 49. And this group of people that represented by Rogers ni possess a technical knowledge. Technical knowledge sebab apa? Because possibly we see that Rogers has potential to buy our self-filtered water bottle to be used as a backup during conflict or during natural disaster. Sebab apa? Because they are looking for access to clean water. Masa banjir, masa tanah runtuh ke, for example, if they stuck, for example, they can still use that bottle, okay, as to filter and to get clean water, right? And Rogers live in suburban. Sama macam Diana tadi, cumanya Rogers punya karakteristik is totally different with Diana, right? Guys, why do we need to use this brand persona? From targeting kita transform to brand personas. Why? So the answer is here. Why do we use brand persona? Number 1, having brand persona basically helps you to strategize brand communication tools. We have our communication strategy, right? So when we understand who will be our target audience, we can design our communication strategy better, as if we know how or to whom we are actually talking to. Okay, we will talk directly to this person. Kita tahu dah bila kita come up with with a communication strategy. Oh, for this advertisement, we are going to talk to Diana. For this advertisement, we are going to talk to Adam and Sally. Faham tak kat sini? The reason why we use brand persona. The second reason why we use brand persona, because it helps in visualizing our segment. When we are able to visualize who is our segment, indirectly we are able to develop a very good relationship between company's brand and also customer. So it shows that a possibility, a very good connectivity and trust can be developed between the brand and also the customer. Sebab tu brand persona is very important. And the last one, having brand persona basically enable company. Ni on the company side, it helps us in managing brand knowledge. Because the personas or the group of segment that we develop and we target will not be for a long time. There are possibility that they will change one day. Okay, so in case there is a segment changes in terms of their characteristic or they are moving to the next stage, for example, we can be proactive in responding to those segment changes. Sebab tu kena pakai brand persona. And it is, for me, it is so simple because we know that we are talking to which group actually. Sebab tu kita go for, kita name our brand persona tadi tu. Alright, basically we've done with all steps in defining your target segment. Okay, where we begin with defining your value proposition. And then we identify what are the segment characteristic. Out of 10 groups, we choose only 3 segments in step number 3, which is known as targeting. And the last one tadi, we build up our persona. Alright, as a bonus for today's punya discussion, today's punya talk, I'm not going to stop there to that persona, brand persona. Sikit lagi saya nak tambah, which is a very good advice for you if you intend to market your product outside there. Okay, after you've done with your brand persona, it is advisable for you to start think about your positioning. To start think about your positioning. So positioning basically is a process of occupying a desirable image of company's product and brand in consumers' mind. It is where the process we try to embed in the mind of consumer. Our logo, our tagline, benefits of our product. Okay, if we talk about burgers, apa benda brand yang ada dalam kepala kita? It could be McDonald's. If we talk about coffee, what brand that possibly appear in our mind? It could be Starbucks. Why? Because these two companies, they had successfully positioned in the mind of consumer the benefits that they have, the logo or the other brand elements to utilize consumers' mindset. Kat sinilah cara the best for us to make sure that customers can actually keep on remember and recall our brand. Okay. In positioning, what are the things that we are going to position in the mind of consumer? We will position something that is different. Takkanlah kita nak position something yang sama je. Oh, burger tu dengan burger ni sama sedap je, biasa je. Okay, so tak boleh. We have to be different. Attributes or benefits is your company, is your brand. Okay, how to create this point of difference? Ada 5 cara macam mana kita boleh utilize. We can create our points of difference ataupun we can be different through our product number 1. In what way? Our features, style of our product, our design, quality that we offer, or even packaging. Ada company content of their product is biasa je, tapi the packaging cantik and people go for that packaging. So that's how we create difference, ataupun we create point of difference for our offerings. And second one, we can go for channel. Everyone are looking for online channel, tapi company kita very creative. We stick with our physical store, but we design our store with a very creative and entertaining kind of buying behavior. Orang datang, orang semua dah pergi ke online, tapi but still because of our store, it looks so entertaining, people willing to come. Okay. Other than product and channels, we can also utilize image, in terms of we can embed the element of luxury to our product, sophisticated, ruggedness, or the image of innovative. Boleh juga. Apple, they use image of innovation, okay, to their product as their point of difference. And other than image, we can also utilize our own people, our own employee. We have expert in our company. We have skillful worker. People come to our salon because of our stylist. Dekat tempat lain tak ada. The only place that we can get a very expert stylist is in our salon. So orang datang dekat salon kita. And the last way for you to create your points of difference is through services that we offer. This one is did by Domino's. Okay, they work on services as their point of difference. 30 minutes delivery. So what they promote is the speed or the fast service from the company. So these are the things, ataupun the strategies that we can utilize in creating our points of difference in order for us to position in the mind of consumer. Kita dah pilih tadi the 3 groups kan? So nak buat apa? The 3 group, Adam and Sally, we have Diana. So these are the things that we can use to make sure that our offerings is totally different, which consumers couldn't find in our competing brands. Our competitors tak boleh offer the same thing. So cara dia macam mana? Macam saya tunjuk tadi tu. Alright. Okay. Assume that we've done with positioning or come up with strategies for our self-filtered water bottle tadi. Okay. So these strategies has been employed and embedded. Okay. So ni dia punya final position product. Okay. Final position product. Look at the features of this final position product. Okay, it is lightweight, it is BPA free, it is environmental friendly, and it has innovative pump. Okay, cuba tengok the features that I outlined in the screen tu. Does it solve problem that we outlined in our early stage tadi? Solve tak sebenarnya? And most of the features that we outline here are basically solving people problems here. Consistent tak kita nampak? Okay. So when it is consistent, obviously the introduction of our product ni possibly solving people problems. And bila orang see that our product ni fulfill their needs and wants, definitely we can ensure in the future companies will generate profit from this product. Definitely. Okay, I think that's all my sharing. Okay, I really hope that through this sharing you can get some insight how segmentation targeting works, which in the end of the day enable us to define our target segment properly. It is interesting process basically. It's just a matter of we need to know how to start, how to begin the process, or else kita akan blur. Oh, siapalah yang nak beli barang kita ni kan? So this is a very good guideline for you. Alright, I think that's all. Ada soalan ke? Kita buka Q&A ke Dr. Fas?
Boleh, kalau ada soalan daripada mana-mana peserta?
Sure. Silakan kalau ada soalan ya.
Saya nak tanya lah juga.
Silakan Dr. Fas.
Puan Sara, so macam selalunya kalau kita perusahaan kecil lah, macam small businesses kan, kita nak selalunya kita akan target a group yang paling besar dalam sesuatu population tu. For example, young adult, early career, and then kita tak take into account part-part yang lain tu. Would that be wise kalau kita satu perusahaan kecil, kita macam target macam tu je? Okay.
Sebenarnya the case of segmenting ataupun defining our target market ni, it is not necessary, again tadi saya dah cakap point tadi kan, it is not necessary for us to go for terus big market. If you go for just one single variable tadi, contohnya kita ambil demographic kan, siapa tadi, young adult kan? Okay. So basically we are utilizing only one variable sahaja, which is demographic. But in reality, when we try to develop or define our target market, it is advisable for you not to use single variable. Maksudnya bila kita define kita punya group of segments tu, we need to use more than one. Sebab tu if you referring back to the subgroups that I developed tadi tu, we are utilizing all four. Sebab kalau kita guna satu sahaja, the characteristic of the group tu, the target market will be still broad. So in the end of the day, when we go for our marketing program, when we design our communication program, dia tak boleh hit our goal. Itu masalah dia. So jangan rely on single variable. You are advised to use more than one. At least lah, minimally gunalah 3. Itu advice daripada most of the marketing scholars. Dia akan lagi refine lah kita punya target segment tu. Kalau
Betul,
tidak, dia akan
nak buat
jadi
iklan
broad.
pun senang kan?
Ya, betul.
Ada soalan daripada Hawa.
Yes,
Kepada yang baru nak mulakan perniagaan, apakah saranan jenis perniagaan yang sesuai untuk dimulakan?
Again, kalau nak tanya jenis perniagaan, banyak cara sebenarnya kita boleh dapat idea on what kind of business yang sebenarnya in trend. Okay, one thing the assessment tu can be done based on the external environment. The external environment here kita refers to the current political situation. Ada tak needs from this political situation yang mungkin boleh bagi opportunity for us in terms of the economy, current economy. Everyone are not, currently because of inflation, ramai yang tak afford untuk pay RM10 for lunch meal. So what if we come up with something yang cheaper and good enough to fill up people punya lunch punya portion contohnya. Okay, so basically you can use PESTEL. I love to use the term of acronym of PESTEL: political, economic, social, technology, and also natural environment. You are advised to assess these all actors. Okay, you assess all these actors, and you will find opportunity of what to introduce in the market next. Ikut dia punya current situation. Memang sebenarnya it is work. Sebab tu bila kalau kata you don't know what kind of business to do, tapi kalau malas nak fikir lah sebenarnya, PESTEL ni you have to go for analysis kan. So sekarang ni kita dah banyak cara. If you go for online, you can use Google Ads sebenarnya to look for the analysis on the keywords. What are the people currently looking for? Orang dia akan cari benda, they will go for search platform kan. So Google they provide those keywords yang highly people look for. Tudung, apa lagi? Tak kisahlah apa-apa saja. Sport shoes contohnya. E9, the latest one Nilofa introduced, and maybe those are the things would provide opportunity for a small company, for new entrepreneur. Okay.
Thank you so much, Puan Sara, for the very valuable sharing session.